Just sitting outside and on a site, whatever, Motherless, right? But I started watching. I wanted to play a Rage video, Rage Against the Machine. I wanted a specific song, but I just started watching the live performance, and I remember going to the Rage show twice, and let me tell you, it was electrifying, man. I got the Linkin Park DVD set from Texas. I love Linkin Park for doing that, except they weren't the headliner, so the lights were up, and there was people that weren't even there. I think Mudvayne was the headliner. It was crazy. It was like, LP. That's when Meteora came out. That was their third album. Anyway, Chester was on stage. He said, "I want to." Or was it Mike Shinoda? He said, "Shinoda." I don't mean to mispronounce it. He's like, "Yeah, let's see a pit. It's gonna be like 50 feet wide," and it wasn't that big, but it was cool. Rage Against the Machine, the mosh pit was intense, and not just the mosh pit. Forget the mosh pit. Actually, not the mosh pit. Everybody on the floor, like 3/4 or like half of the audience on the floor, was jumping up and down to a lot of their songs. It was freaking intense. I couldn't believe it. My first show was in '98. I went to Rage played with the Wu-Tang Clan, and honestly, yeah. I'm not gonna get to the history of Rage Against the Machine, but like, I bought a CD 2 weeks prior to going to the show of Rage Against the Machine. I listened to it, kind of falling asleep, and I listened to it, and it was awesome, man. Wu-Tang put on a show, but Rage Against the Machine killed it. That's the only reason why I went a second time, 2 years later, or like 2 years later when that Battle of Los Angeles album came out. Yeah. I'm not gonna get to the whole story, who I went, what happened, this and that. Yeah, you know who you are. Anyway, this video was about how intense these guys are, man. I mean, and De La Rocha right there. I mean, let's say he has like 10, 12, 15 songs, right? To remember every lyric and keep the energy. He keeps jumping up and down. Morello, I love Morello as a guitarist, man. And Brad and Tim play their part, drums and the bass. Four of these guys, man. And they did Audioslave, with Soundgarden guy. How can I fucking forget his name? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I love Audioslave too. The thing is, Audioslave is a great band, but as we're talking about energy, at least to my knowledge, when I saw performances and their music, Rage Against the Machine just has it, man. These guys are intense. And what, people go there just to get rowdy, maybe jump up and get crazy. But the thing about Rage Against the Machine that I used to like, this whole history and it's so political, and they they're for equality and for respect, and just they're against they're against oppression, all sorts of kinds, especially political and government. That's the main. That's the main. That's the main target, if I want to say, because political government is mainly entangled with it. But they have so many great Rage songs right now. I haven't listened to it in years. Sometimes I listen to it, but as far as their concert goes, it was intense both the times. It was crazy. I had a good time. It was electrifying. I hear they're playing back again, and that's great. The thing I didn't like when they said, now you guys are a little bit older, you can afford like $200, $300 a ticket. And I don't know if that's nosebleed seats, but let's be real about this. If I was in high school, if I knew it was like that, I would still afford the ticket. I find money to get it, And there's a lot of people and by the way, people said that years ago. There's a lot of people that have other priorities than $200 for a fucking Rage Against the Machine ticket, bro. Honestly, man, I didn't like that line. I really didn't. Because back then in '98, there was like 20 and 30-year-old guys that went to the not the Evil Empire. What was it? Yeah, I mean, it was I think it was '97. The concert was at '97. All right, so that was a year or so after Evil Empire came out. That was like their second album or third album. I think second album, right? But it's like, there was those guys in their 20s and 30s, There was more people. I mean, Rage, the first in '97, Rage actually opened. They headlined it. So it was more Rage Against the Machine fans than Wu-Tang Clan fans. But you know what? it was a crazy ass show, you know. Back then, the best of hip hop, the best group in hip hop, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you know, and the best like rock group that just packed it. It was a crazy show, man. It was unbelievable, you know. And I'm not getting to the point where like, oh, I'm angry. He said this and that. I get it, but you know, like I'm 42 right now. You know, there's probably 50 and 60-year-olds that freaking love Rage Against the Machine. And who knows, probably 18 or 19-year-old, not too many, that just got into it. And they get it and they listen to it, they get the lyrics, and they want to see a show, you know. I don't know who has more money, because there's probably 40, 50-year-olds that are broke. They have 2, 3 kids. You know, the wife will get on them. You know, are you going to go to the show? Are they going to be bitches or something like that? You know, we all have different lives, you know. Point is, right now I'm not into this whole live concert thing. You know, I have other things doing, but as far as performers, they're crazy, man. They're unbelievable, man. And yeah, people say all their songs sound the same. Yeah, I mean, that's that. I think it's, I don't know too much music, but it's that Tom Morello back sound. It's rugged, crazy, and you know they have all different sounds, but I could care less, man. It's Rage Against the Machine, right? As far as performing and the music, it's crazy though, you know. So yeah, I'm not gonna play a video from her music, because now that'll get censored by the copyright thing, and I'm not into that stuff. But you know, if anybody watches, you want to see a great show, and you know a little bit about politics, and you want to learn more, or you just want to have fun, go see them. They're it's a fun show. It's great. You won't be disappointed, even if you're not into them as a band, but you love good rock music. It's awesome.